How I scaled to 100K per month without a team, calls, or daily content. So after $100 million in client results, here's a simple version of the build. And it's very simple, okay, guys? Like, my whole thing is I built my whole income and my client income on paid advertising, funnels, webinars, and I try to automate as much as possible. That's well, if your goal is to make $100 million in a year, then this model is not for you. But if your goal is to make $1 million a year, up to you can even make $12 million a year without a big team, this is the exact thing you want to do. And by the way, if you don't believe me, you can check some of my clients. Philip Johansson scaled to 3.6 million a month. Ramin Popple, he scaled to 1 million per month with me. Now he's already at $3.5 million a month. Also a very small team. So you want to make the system do the selling, the ads, email, webinar, application. I want to tell you why there's an application. And then you step back and it can still keep moving. So you don't need to take calls, you don't need to manage a sales manager, you don't need to post content. It's gay. Come on, posting content. What the hell? Even though this is content. But it's not the gay type of content, okay, I'm doing. Let's just be sure about that. So stage one, freedom was the point. A lot of coaches say they want freedom, then build a business that needs them all day. More hires, more calls, more posts. That is not really freedom yet, right? So you hire because the funnel cannot carry the weight. So you need a lot of people in the business talking to customers, talking to prospects, talking to a lot of different people just so that you can make the sale. You book calls because the page did not sell. You post every day and hope the right people see it. Revenue goes up, so does the stress. You stop, and then sales stop. And I'm not, guys, I think a lot of people think, you're thinking, Dan, but a lot of people are running booker call funnels, and I've seen it. Like, they work. I'm not saying they don't work. I'm just saying there's a smarter way to make money besides a booker call funnel. And trust me, because I've done it, my clients have done it in the past. It's such a big headache, and no one talks about it. Now, the best way is you have a $17 buyer, buy the $17 the person buys a $17 product from you and proves that they're not just browsing because they actually paid you money. Email warms them up before the pitch. Webinar sells while you are not there. The application filters out for serious buyers, and sales can happen while you sleep. Now, why is that an application? So some people have offers above 10K, $25,000. So for that kind of funnel, you do need an application, but that comes after. So what happens is, where is my, it comes later. I'll explain everything later. So just watch, because the application does come into play, but not how you think it is. Okay, so what you actually want is $17 offer. You prove that they care. The email says what you would say on a call. So your emails and your VSLs and everything, they say what you want to say on a call. So you remove objections. Webinar sells without a call. So you have a webinar that sells a 2K to 5K product. And after they buy the 2K to 5K product, if you want to sell them a 10K or 25K, you need to tell them that you need to fill out an application, and then you can sell them via a DM or via a Google Doc. You don't need to call them, because why? Because these people bought a 2K to 5K product and they don't need a sales call. You can just sell them. So freedom came first, not the head count. Nobody cares how many people are on payroll if you're still stuck in the middle of every sale. What that means is, if you are the bottleneck, you literally need to physically be there, then you just created a whole new problem for yourself, right? You created a whole new job for yourself. Doesn't make sense. Okay, 100K a month can still feel heavy. For a lot of people that did the book a call, it takes 80 hours, daily posts, sales calls. The number looks good, but the whole week looks like shit because the calendar is just booked out. And that's not what you want. If it stops when you stop, it is not freedom. If you take 2 weeks off, if sales keep coming in, great. If they stop, the business is still built around you. Now, stage 2, no team. So controversial, right? Hiring can be useful. I'm not against hiring. I want to say that, make that very clear. But a lot of people hire before the funnel is clear. Then they have payroll, training, feedback, and more questions to answer. I would clean up the system first. The ad finds the buyer. So that is prospecting. You do not need to cold call and stuff like that. The $17 offer makes them raise their hand. The emails do the follow up. The webinar does the pitch. So you don't need a sales call. Okay. And imagine this. Okay. One of my clients, now he's my client, but before that, he had a full team of so many employees. And when revenue dropped because the sales team couldn't close, the offer didn't convert anymore, guess what? He went into the red zone for not just 1 month, 2 months, but 6 months of trying to save the business because he had so much overhead and not enough systems that the business is just shit. And you might be thinking, okay, but Dan, a lot of businesses have red zones, a lot of businesses have red months. Yes, but those businesses are not our businesses. Our business is info and coaching. There is no valuation. Our companies are not worth anything. They're worth shit. And that I'm saying that about my own company too, okay? It's not worth anything. Your company is not worth anything. Your only job is to make it profitable so you have cash flow, so you can do the things that you want and give to the people you want, and you're not going to chase any valuation. It's not normal for an info business or coaching business to be in the red zone for many months. It's not. I don't know how much clearer I need to tell people before they listen to me. Sometimes I'm just so fed up with people thinking a business or coaching business or info business works like a software company. It does not. Okay. So when you get a big team, you get less handoff mess, right? More people can mean more drag. One path, which is add $70 buyer, like a $17 product, emails that sell them on the webinar. If a webinar that sells them the 2K to 5K offer, and if you want to sell them a 25K or 10K offer, you have the application on top of that. Okay? There's less management and you can see what's exactly working. So you only hire when it removes you. If the hire creates more meetings for you, it may not be the right hire yet. A team will not fix a weak funnel. People can help, but if the funnel is unclear, I would clean that up first. Don't get me wrong, I don't have like 0 members. Okay, I have virtual assistant, I have an accountant, right? I have someone that creates some of my content stuff for, it's like $1,000, $2,000 a month. That's it. I don't have anyone on payroll, really, like in terms of big cost. Nothing. A media buyer. I have a media buyer, but that's percentage of the profit of the ad spend. So he makes money when I make money. Yeah. So next, no calls. A full calendar feels productive, but it is not always productive. Sometimes it just means your funnel is making you explain the same thing 12 times a day. And that is expensive. What you want to do is skip the free call. Use the $17 front end as the yes. A buyer is not the same as a browser. And once they bought from a webinar, you want to sell them on your 25K coaching, whatever it is, your application first, then you send them the Google Doc with your link. You don't need the sales call. Okay? A lot of calls should not happen. If 70% were never going to buy, these people should probably not be on your calendar in the first place. $17 tell you more than a free call. A paid buyer has already crossed the line. A free call person might just be bought on a Tuesday and just looking to look around. And then you need a very strong closer to fight all the objections to even close the person, and then he's going to get buyer's remorse, and then he's going to refund or charge back, and he's going to you for it. I don't want to say it. I don't know why I don't say it, but usually I just swear. But yeah, he's gonna do stuff to your ass. Okay, so the application is not the pitch. They buy, they read, they watch, then they apply. You approve the right ones and send the link. This is for your 10K to 25K offers. You don't need sales calls. Okay. No content treadmill. Super against this, right? I hate making content. I'm telling you honestly right now, guys, I hate making content. I'll be thinking, but you're making content right now. But this kind of content, I get no views. Have you realized that? Have you seen my channel? I get 0 views. 10, 20. Doesn't affect my income at all. But what I'm doing is, I'm trying to give out as much value as possible, giving away all my stuff. And I hope that someone watches this and really changes their life. And then, hope to hire me to build out their offer. That's what I'm doing on this content. Do I rely on it? No. But a personal brand, don't get me wrong, it is a strong asset. I'm not saying it's not a good asset. What I'm saying is it's so hard to curate a personal brand. It's for the top 1% of people. Do it on your side. Do it on the side once you're making money. Daily posting is fine if you like it. I post when I have something useful to say, but I would not want the whole business depending on whether the feed shows my post today. Paid traffic gives you more control. So you post because the calendar says so. Today is time to post, so you post. You wait and hope the right people see it. Miss a week and leads get quiet. Get followers who never buy and put your face on everything, which a lot of people don't want to. I bet you probably don't want to. So $5 can test a real buyer. You pick who sees it. Ads run even when you do not post. Clicks go into a buying path. And you spend more only when it works. You do not wait for reach. You do not wait for TikTok, Instagram, YouTube to push out your stuff. What you do is you buy traffic, you turn it on, you funnel them, you get buyers on day 1 or day 2, and then you scale from there. I would rather you spend money than waste 12 months to 36 months trying to make content work. It's not a way. It's not a. I'm telling you guys, it is not a good use of your time. You watching this right now, you're better off spending money on ads, working a little bit harder outside if you really don't have any money, work for a part-time job, take that money, invest into ads or invest into me. I have a free, it's like $17 course system. I teach it below. It's a 3-hour ascension. I go into detail of every single thing in my business where you can just copy it and literally you don't even need to do anything else. But anyway, paid traffic is more direct. A person who clicks an ad is usually more aware of the offer than someone casually scrolling. If you have an Instagram right now, you probably know that most people do not buy or do not have any interest in what you're selling. And then they'll say, that's because you didn't curate your content. Shut up. Post when you have something to say. Content is useful. I just will not make daily posting the whole plan. Raise the budget slowly. If it works at $50 a day, test 100, then 200, then 400, then 800, 1,000, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 6,000. You can go up to $10,000 a day. My clients are spending anywhere from $20,000 to $30,000 a day. So that's definitely possible, but you just have to start with $50. Okay, so we've come to the end of this video. I hope everything's been useful. If you want the full build, the 3-hour ascension will show you how to turn $70 buyers into 2K to 5K clients without sales calls. The link is in the description below. If you do not want to buy my system, no problem. Just leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you found this useful, and I'll see you in the next video. And please give me more topics below as well.